Before I do a full review of the new Titleist Vokey SM8 wedges, I thought I'd do a quick test to see if some of their claims are true, or see if I can verify them to be true. They claim that nothing spins like this new Vokey SM8, do Titleist, so I thought I'd put that to the test by bringing out this old rusty piece of junk from the garage. Now this has been pretty well used, so any milling on the face has somewhat disappeared. The grooves maybe aren't as sharp as what they were when they were new. So pitting this 55 degree against this 56 degree Titleist, I would expect that this 56 degree Titleist is going to spin a lot more because the milling's there, the grooves are nice and sharp and brand new. And I'm going to hit 5 shots with each club into this green and see if there's any difference in spin rate. To start the test, I'm going to use the old Cobra Rusty that I've dragged kicking and screaming out of the garage, but I have given it a little bit of TLC. I've cleaned the face up and the grooves to try and retain as much friction as possible. Let's hit the first 5 shots with this. 100 yards into the green, pretty much a full sand iron for me. This isn't looking too bad. Yeah, nice shot. Getting some golf ball residue on the face, which would suggest that there is quite a bit of friction taking place. Shot number 2 is on its way, a bit of a pull. We might not be able to tell how the ball reacts. It's going to stop a little bit quicker when it's landing in rough. Shot number 3 on its way, middle of the green. And certainly some action on that shot. 2 bounces and then quite a bit of spin. So that's interesting to see from a wedge that has hit thousands and thousands of balls, that it's still capable of putting a little bit of spin on it. Shot number 4. A little bit push out to the right maybe. But again, plenty of action. Just need to get it a little bit closer to the pin now. Shot number 5 with the old Rusty. Similar to the last one, heading to the middle of the green. A little bit more rollout on that one. Again, potential for strike to influence that as well. Now it's time for the virtually unhit Titleist Vokey 56 SM8. Let's see if there's any real difference with this one. So yeah, this is pretty much brand new out the wrapper. The milling and the grooves are nice and sharp, nice and clean. Let's see if we can see any difference in spin. Shot number 1. A little bit of rollout. Again, some residue on the face, which should tend to suggest that there has been a fair bit of friction taking place, but you'd expect that. Shot number 2. Yeah, a little bit of action, similar to the old Rusty Cobra. A little bit of spin on that second and third bounce. Right, let's see if we can get this one a little closer. Centre-ish green, isn't it? A little bit of rollout on that one. Shot number 4. It's pretty much right at it. That's nice. Again, a little bit of rollout on that one. Now, last shot with the Titleist before we look at the data. Again, pretty much centre of green. Yeah, a little bit of backspin on that one. A little bit more action on that shot. So let's take a look at these numbers. Let's look at the numbers for the Vokey 56 degree SM8 first. Spin rate 8,378 for that club. Now, of course, this is just one individual test with one particular shot. And again, I'm not a robot, so the strike would be moving around on the face a little bit. Each swing is going to be maybe slightly different in speed, and we're going to get slightly different spin rates because of that. I'm not a test robot, of course. So I'd urge you to go out and test clubs yourself. If you're looking for a little bit more spin rate from a fresh wedge, take your own wedge with you, try some of the new ones. Are there any wedges that are going to give you a little bit more spin and potentially a little bit more control around the greens? Now let's take a look at the trusty old rusty Cobra. Spin rate 8,869, so pretty close, but I was actually getting a little bit more spin with my old club that again has come out of retirement from the garage, and that put a little bit more spin on the ball for me in this situation than this brand new Vokey SM8, which claims to spin like no other club. Thanks for watching this little test. Hope you found it interesting. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to the channel as yet, please make sure that you do so. More tests like this coming soon.